gorgeous, effortless, pretty, girly, very, very pretty. Ooh. Do y'all see that? I love, 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 love. Pretty. Ah, oh, that kind of did it. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I cannot take myself right now. I can't take it. Honey Pie Sugar Club. This is how you make magic. This is magic, okay? This is magic. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Glamour and Glow. Happy New Year. I am so excited to bring you guys this look today. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Ashley, aka Makeup by Gray. I'm a professional makeup artist of 13 plus years, and I'm here to show you all the tips and tricks that you need to know to make your makeup look fire, okay? So today we are jumping right in. We've got a springtime inspired look that I think will be really, really good for anyone of any complexion and honestly any age, okay? And this look was inspired by a makeup artist that her name is Shannel Sorrells, and she posted this beauty shot from her work and her portfolio, and it is absolutely stunning. And when I saw it, I was like, I have to recreate that. Like, I have to. So I tested it before I brought it to you guys off camera, and I did it for a date night with my boo. And when I say I felt so feminine, so pretty, so flirty, so soft, so girly, like all the things you need to feel when you went on a date with your man, okay? I felt so good. And so I was like, okay, with how easy this is, I've got to teach the girls. So let me show you guys a look really quick. Here's the look. I mean, just get into it, honey. Gorgeous, effortless, pretty, girly. And this is inspired by the coquette trend that's going on right now. And I don't know if you guys seen, like on Pinterest with Galentine's just passing, people have been all into the coquette look with the pretty bows and the soft pinks and all the things. So we're gonna just go ahead and get straight into it. And as you see, I got on my coquette inspired little corset here to give you the vibes. I wish I had a bow because that would just nail it, okay? But anyway, we're gonna get straight into it without further ado. Let's go. Okay, so for this look, just for the sake of time, I've already done my brows and my foundation, concealer, and contour, aka my base, off camera, because this look is really about the blush and the eyes. So for the sake of time, I just went ahead and did that, knocked that part out. If you want to check out my base routine, make sure you go to our Instagram page and check out my no foundation makeup tutorial. For foundation and base, I'll just let you know what I have on. I've got on some Dior face and body foundation. You know, I love this foundation. It's my everyday go-to. It's really, really good. The Dior face and body. I also have on the Christian Dior Forever Skin Correct concealer paired with the Makeup by Mario concealer, which I really, really also love. And this one is the Surreal Skin Awakening concealer. Love that. And I also color corrected per usual with my LA Pro orange concealer. And now I'm about to get into the blush. So for today's blush look, we are going to be using two liquid blushes by Rare Beauty, one in the shade Bliss and the other in the shade Happy. So this is what they look like. They are really, really, really gorgeous. I love the packaging. And the reason I'm using two is because I kind of want to create this beautiful ombre blown out blush look. If you look back at the inspo pics, the blush is like amped up to the max, and you can't really get that. You can't really accomplish that with just powder. So I'm gonna use liquid to begin the layering of this blush technique. And I might also go in with a little bit of the Patrick Ta cream blush. I really love these also. This one is a bit more of a brighter pink. It'll pack a bit of a punch for this beautiful coquette inspired makeup look. So to begin, I'm gonna go in with my darker shade, which is the shade Happy, the liquid blush. And a lot comes out on this, you guys. And what I love about liquid blush is that a little bit goes an extremely long way. Like, you do not need a lot. So I'm just gonna put one little dot here, and then I'm gonna do another dot here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend these up into my cheek. So to do that, I'm going to use, I think I want to use this brush. So I'm going to use this Morphe brush. This does not have a name. I'm so sorry. But you kind of see like the angle and the way that it's shaped is really, really good for doing something like contour or like blending the forehead or the sides of the nose. But I'm going to use it today for the cheeks. So I'm going to go in, sorry, I did my brows before. started filming today, and the little hair is all over my face. But I'm gonna go in with this brush, and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm kind of just tapping in light motions and light circular motions on the high points of my cheek, and I'm blending it backward up into my hairline. So I'm blending my blush upward and into my hairline because I want that super snatched look. Obviously, when you wear a high ponytail or a bun, your face is gonna get a natural bit of a lift, but this just helps to accentuate that and emphasize that even more. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side, and I'm really just focusing this particular shade up on the top part of my cheek, and we're gonna go in with the lighter shade and blend that one down more into the apples of my cheek. And as you see, it's very sheer. You can kind of blend it up or, you know, intensify this look by layering as much as you want. So I'm gonna go in with one more dot of this just for extra pop. Doing the same thing, a light tapping motion, just focusing mainly on this upper point of my cheek, kind of blending into a little bit of my under eye, but not too much. Very, very pretty. Ooh. Do y'all see that? Let me do this side. I really do like these Selena Gomez Rare Beauty blushes. The first one I bought was this shade right here, and I got hooked. So I'm probably gonna go buy them in every single shade because they're just beautiful. Like, they look so good on the skin. Like, I could walk out with it just like this and not setting it with any powder, and it would look gorgeous. So I really, really do love these, and they're perfect for a look like this because, like I said, you can't accomplish this with just powder. Like, you would have to apply so much. And then on top of that, I tend to find that blush really fades extremely fast on myself and on my clients. So I love that liquid blushes exist now. Obviously, we've always had cream blushes, but liquid blushes just help add an additional layer. You can layer them on top of cream, you can layer them on top of just your foundation or your skin bare alone. They really do help to make that blush last. And lately, blush has just really been trending. So I'm enjoying like these blown out looks because that's kind of how I prefer to wear my blush on a regular basis anyway. It just wakes you up. And the girls that be saying they don't like blush, like, I don't know you. Who are you? Like, why don't you like wearing blush? Look what it does for the face. It just wakes it right on. So I absolutely love these. Okay, so as you can see, I've got it blended down into a little bit of my cheekbone, as well as in the high points of my face, a little bit into my concealer, but not too much. And that is what makes this look appear and look so romantic and so beautiful and soft and feminine and girly. And you see I got on my Coquette inspired shirt because those are the vibes, Bridgerton vibes, hello. And so then I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of this Patrick Ta blush. This is in the shade She's Vibrant, and that's exactly how I want to feel. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this one. Now with this one, truly, like, I know I say with the Rare Beauty that a little bit goes a long way, but with this one, you got to be extra careful. When I say like the tiniest dot, look, like that's all I need on my brush. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's all I need. And I'm gonna kind of smooth it out on the back of my hand. Look at the pigment on that. Wow. So I'm just gonna pop a little extra, boop, boop, just like that. Because it just kind of brightens it up just a tad and just makes it appear more vibrant. Like I said, I love. And I'm just kind of going a little, just to blend this more. Pretty. Oh, that kind of did it. That kind of did it right there, you guys. Okay, yes. All right, perfect. So now to make this look more glowy and to add a slight shimmer effect, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand, the Glowgasm Beauty Light Wands in the shade Pinkgasm. This look is all about the pinks, you guys. So I'm just gonna add 2 little dots, just so that, because these blushes don't have any shimmer in them, I do want them to have a little bit, I want my cheek to have a little bit of a glow, but not too much. Using the same brush, kind of just blending this out. Now, obviously, this is like the same color as the blush. So at the end, we'll go in with like a very pretty light, like almost like champagne tone to really amplify it and make it look more highlighted. But for now, this will work. Okay, so the next step is we're going to set our base and we're going to layer our blush even more. So y'all know I already got it whipped out. My Sephora Microsmooth powder is one of my absolute favorite setting powders. It's so universal. It works on pretty much everybody. They have an amazing and incredible shade range. So I'm gonna go in with my Danessa Myricks Velour Powder Puff. This one right here, really, really good. Any powder puff will do. You don't have to use this one in particular. Just happen to have this one on hand. And I'm taking a very light veil of this powder and I'm just kind of setting my under eye. I'm not going all the way into the blush because I want to keep that glow that you guys see. But I really do, I want to just set my under eye so that it's not creasing. And my concealer has had a lot of time to dry. I made sure to kind of let it do that before I got on camera. You see how it just gives like that really pretty soft matte look under the eye, and it locks that concealer in place. All right, so we're gonna continue to set our base. So I've done that under my eyes. I'm gonna take whatever's left over and just kind of press along these areas that I don't want to be very shiny. I don't need it to be super matte, but I just wanna take some of the shine down. And then we're gonna go in with this palette right here, which y'all know I love this palette. This is my Ben Nye, she's real beat up, don't judge her, my Ben Nye Media Pro Powder palette. And I'm gonna use these shades right up in here to kind of warm my complexion a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with this Kat Von D or KVD Beauty brush. Don't ask me the name, it's just an angled contour brush, okay? And I'm just gonna lightly contour myself just to warm up my forehead and set that. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Kind of set my contour on my cheeks. Oh, I forgot to mention that to contour, I did use foundation this time. When I was doing my like base, I used the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Lately, I've just been really enjoying contouring with liquid foundation versus like cream contour. I feel like I just get a softer, more subtle contour. So I've been using that lately and I've really been enjoying it. And the reason I love this angled brush is because, as you can see, it kind of just does the work for me. I don't really have to work too hard with using this because the angle fits right. It makes the brush sit right directly into my cheekbone. So love how that looks. I feel as though it really helps bring the blush out a bit more by adding in this contour powder. And I'm just gonna lightly go around my jawline just because we don't want it to look like my face is floating. And in this one, I'll use more of like the more yellower tones, just more natural in my complexion. Warm that chin up. Yes, yes. And then to blend my nose contour, which y'all know I really don't like to contour my nose too much, but for the sake of this look today, I kind of did just like slightly. I did like a little on the sides. I'm gonna go in with this brush right here by Bedelium Tools. It's actually a special effects makeup brush, but I really love it for kind of dusting just the sides of my nose because I don't be wanting it to be too pronounced. So pretty. Ooh, gorgeous. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Okay, now I'm gonna set my blush with a powder blush, and I think I want to use the Patrick Ta blush again, but this time instead of the cream side, we're gonna use the powder side. And once again, a little teeny bit with this, one pat, one dip goes a very long way. We do not need a lot of this. I'm going to use another angled brush, and this one is by Elena Badgerow. Yes, Elena Badgerow. Another angled contour blush brush, or contour brush if you want to call it that. One tap, boop, like literally that's all I need. I'll blend it out the back of my hands. And do you see how much more color that put on my face? So much more. Like, I don't know if it really reads on camera, but in person, my gosh. Maybe you guys can see better on this side. Okay, ready? Yeah, do you see how that just popped that right on out? I mean, just popped it right on out. This is the Coquette look, honey. And I know you were thinking, that looks kind of clownish. Trust me, once we get the eyes on, we get the lashes, we get the lip on, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna look so, 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 so good. And so I'm kind of just taking the excess and blending it into my eye a little bit because I want all of this to look very connected. And that also helps to make the look more romantic as well, is that it's not like it's just stopping here. It's also blended slightly into the eye to warm it some. And it just looks like this very beautiful, like medieval makeup look, like those pretty beautiful rosy cheeks. So love this so far. I'm gonna add my highlight and all those things at the end because I'm gonna show you guys how I like to do it. And I'm gonna use more of a pink highlighter, all right? So now let's get into the eyes. I did my brows off camera just to save time. And for brows, I use my go-to Maybelline Express Brow Pencil. And I also use the Refi Clear Brow Sculpt Gel, and I really love this brow sculpt. I've been weeding in between this one and the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel like pot. I forget the name of it, but I love that one as well. It reminds me kind of like edge control that I use for like my baby hairs and stuff like that. But I like this one because it comes with the spoolie and I don't have to like grab a wand every time to use like how I do for the Anastasia. So that's what's on my brows. For the eye look, we're gonna keep it, it's actually quite simple, and I'm going to start with doing my crease. So for my crease, I'm going to use this Morphe M441 brush, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like right here, the Morphe M441 brush. This is a really great fluffy blending brush. It's the bomb. It really is so good. And with this eye, the crease is not super, how do I say, accentuated. It's very soft. It's almost like just the flesh tone of like the color of her actual eyelid with the shimmer added on top for a little bit of dimension. But I know for a fact that that artist probably used a little bit of something in the crease to make it look that way on camera, if that makes sense. Because in person, I could probably get away with not using it, but to relate on camera and to give like that really soft natural appearance on camera, you do need to kind of like mimic what your natural skin will look like. So I'm gonna go in with this brush, and I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario palette. Y'all know I also love this palette, my Master Mattes palette. Baby, she gets used, honey. She is beat up, okay? Love this palette. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Matte number 4, and just a little bit. I don't know if you guys can kind of see on the brush how much I've added, but it's really not a lot because I really just want to, like I said, mimic what I've already got going on with my natural eye color. And because we've kind of got this blush blown into the eye, we really don't need much of a crease. This is just really to kind of set our base, which the base on the eye is just some concealer, some leftover concealer from the brush. Okay, so that's all for the crease part so far of this eye look. Now we're gonna go in with next to do the lids, and I'm gonna use, don't judge my palette, okay? Because this palette, I don't know where the top is. And let me just tell you, sometimes as organized and as clean and as sanitary as I am with my professional makeup kit, if I'm being honest, when it comes to my own stuff, child, I'll be like, whatever, like obviously within reason. Okay, I'm not gonna use like something that's like really jacked up, but I lost the lid to this. And this is just the Makeup Revolution highlight palette, the Ultra Blush palette. And listen, okay, I know I probably should try to find the lid, but I just cover it over with like a little napkin and I keep it pushing, okay? So I'm gonna go in with this pink shade right here on my lid, and I'm going to use just a flat eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna use this one right here. This is the Smith 256 brush. I really like this brush a lot. It's really good, and I like the shape of it. It's got like that little pointed tip at the very top. And I'm gonna take a little bit of setting spray to spray the brush after I've dipped it into this powder. And the reason I'm doing this is because I really want to make this shadow pop, and sometimes the best way to do that is just to spray it with a little bit of one spray. So to do this look, let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so for this look in particular with the eyes, right? So I believe that the way that she did this was she just kind of probably patted it into the center of the eye and blended it around the outer corner and the inner corner, right? So I'm gonna attempt to do the exact same thing with just starting this in the center of the lid. You see that really pretty soft pink look? Let me give it one more spritz. Okay, yeah, you see how that just pops that out even more? Yeah, so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other eye. And again, I'm just working this in the center of the lid, and then I'm going to blend it out with a blending brush through the outer and inner corner because I don't want that part of my eye to be the focus. I just want it to be very soft. And I'm using a light tapping motion, just kind of tapping in like a circular motion. You guys kind of see the pink and all that come into life. And this is the thing with eyes. You've got to kind of do them based on your own personal eye shape. Like my eye is not hooded, but I don't have a deep crease, right? So for this look, because it doesn't really have much of a crease, that works to my benefit. If I had a deeper crease, I would actually need to lighten my crease a little bit to bring it forward, so that way it's not as deep set and doesn't have as much shadow or dimension to it. So because I kind of don't have one, I just needed to do like a light wash of color to accentuate it a bit more. So now that we've added that, I'm gonna go in with a clean brush, and I'm going to use this little cute detail brush by Boss Brushes. This is another one from my makeup friends. And I'm just gonna lightly kind of feather this eyeshadow into the outer and inner corners. Now, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, but I'm just kind of taking like the edges and diffusing them softly. Just diffusing, just softly diffusing, leaving the focus on the inner parts of the lid. That way it's not like, because if I were to begin here in the beginning, the front part of my eye, it would just be like heavy all across. And this eyeshadow look is extremely soft. So I just want to kind of softly diffuse everything and make it look like it's kind of melted into my skin a bit. So pretty. Just ever so delicately. Love. Okay. All right. So now that we've done that, I'm going to go in and accentuate this a little bit more with using this NARS All That Glitters palette. I really, really love this palette. Like, look at the colors and you already know where I'm going. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Right there, baby. We're going right here, okay? And I'm gonna just lightly tap this over the middle part of my eye, kind of upward into the brow area. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but slightly, and then up into the brow area. Because now you see how it's created this lifted effect on my eye. So you kind of get like this very pretty like 3D version of this eyeshadow look, and it's not an all over wash of color. It's like this angled blown out look, which mimics the cheek. See how I did that? See how I did that, girl? That just helps accentuate it a little bit more. All right, so now the next part of this look is the winged liner. And I know y'all. I know wing liner can be very intimidating, but it does not have to be if you have the right tool. So for my wing liner look today, I'm gonna use the Sephora, I can never get this word out. The Sephora Colorful Wink It Felt Liner. Like, that's a long name for a liner. An eyeliner, a liquid eyeliner. So I'm gonna use this felt tip liner. It is waterproof. Is it my favorite? No, because it doesn't necessarily dry matte, but we can fix that. We can just go over with a little bit of eyeshadow and then it's perfect, okay? So to do your wing liner, I'm gonna sit up some so you guys can really see. To do your wing liner, obviously you wanna draw your line across. But the way that I like to begin my liner is by finding that angle against my brow. So you kind of want to line your pen up and you see you have a natural angle here. So you want to mimic that. And I like to look down into the mirror and find that line, that invisible angle, and I draw my first line like this. Boop. Okay, that gives me a base to begin, and then I fill in from the side like that little bitty gap, and then from here I will take the pen or the brush or whatever you choose to use, and I will find the outer corner of my eye and I will draw a line straight up like so. Now as you see, I've got a little bit of a gap here, but that's okay because now I'll just connect it and then I'll fill in the gap. And then we're just gonna clean up our line and then draw a very dainty and thin line going across the lid. Now this liner look is not super heavy, but once again, you've got to do your liner in a way that complements your natural shape, okay? So for me, I like my liner to be more straight, just like how I like my brows to be more straight. I'm not the type of person that likes my liner to go upward. I like it to go more out. So it really is just all dependent upon how you like your liner to look and how your eye is shaped, right? Okay, let me do this. This is actually a better angle for you guys to see. So we're gonna find the invisible line, the invisible angle, which is here. And then we're going to draw down. We're gonna look down into the camera, into the mirror, and we're gonna draw a line downward, okay? With our eyes open. I find that when my eye is open, I get the most accurate depiction of my real eye shape versus it being closed. You kind of you pinch a little and when your eye is open, you see it stretches. When you close, you see it pinches. When you open, it stretches. So this to me is the best way to do your wing liner, is to do it with your eye open. And it does take practice. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it doesn't, because it does. Okay, but this has been, wing liner has been my go-to everyday makeup type of liner for my whole life, since I've been doing makeup professionally, okay? So I've got the hang of this, but it will take a little bit of practice. And so then from there, we're gonna do the same thing we did on the other side. We're gonna find that invisible line again, and we're gonna just draw upward and connect the two. And you can have a very light hand, you guys. Like, don't feel like you gotta be heavy-handed, because you don't, all right? And then we're gonna connect those and fill in the gaps. Really getting that into the lash line. And look, sometimes I mess up, it's okay. You just take your finger or a Q-tip and you just kind of clean it up. So like for this one, I want to kind of drag it out a little bit more, okay? So you see I've got like a little boo-boo right here. I'm not too worried about that, and I'm gonna show you guys how to fix it, okay? Okay, pretty. Okay, so I want to show you guys how to fix your mistake if you mess up your liner, okay? So with this look in particular, right, I've got like a pretty shimmery eyeshadow here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow on an angled brush, okay? Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. I'm gonna spray the brush, and then I'm gonna take this angled brush, and I'm just going to press over that line. Do you see how that cleaned that up? It got rid of that little, like, because it's skin, you guys, it skips sometimes. But this is a really great way to clean up your liner and make it look more precise and sharp. I love that. So good. Okay, so now that we've done that, it's time for lashes. And then from there, I will show you guys the completed look. Okay, so the lash for this look is she really only used a half lash. So, but for me, again, when you get looks of inspiration that you find yourself wanting to do, there's nothing wrong with modifying it, obviously, for yourself, like I've been emphasizing this entire tutorial. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with these So Wispy lashes by Kiss Salon. And I didn't have to trim it or anything, because I'm gonna show you guys how I accentuate my wing liner with a full lash. So I'm not using a half lash, I'm using a full lash. Just for full disclosure, I'm using a full lash because my lashes are not very long in the front to help the outer half lash blend properly. So I'm gonna use this very pretty wispy lash, and I'm gonna put it here on my eye, but then I'm going to slightly lift it in the corners so that the corner is not down like this, it's that way, right? So do you see how it just creates more of that angled kind of look and that more flirty, flirtatious kind of look by lifting it at the end versus putting it directly on the lash line? It just creates more of an accentuated eye. I love doing my lashes this way. Just gives it more of a lift. Very pretty. Love that. These were perfect. I was wondering what lash I was gonna use, and I'm like, I don't know, my pickings are kind of slim right now. Gotta make a lash run, but these are perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side. I used to use these actually all the time on clients, but I found that in photos, they don't pick up as much. They look super natural in pictures. For the sake of this video and for the sake of my day, I'm not trying to be having on thick full lashes, so these are perfect. So once again, I like to look down into the mirror, apply along my lash line, and then take the outer corner and lift. I mean, come on, you guys, like, really? Okay, so now I'm gonna finish my base, which by finish my base, I mean setting it, baking a little bit, and then I'm gonna come in and show you guys the final details of this Coquette makeup look. Okay, so I've done my mascara off of camera. I baked a little bit. I set my face a little bit more just so that the look looks a bit more airbrush and just complete. I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And now I'm gonna show you guys just those fine finishing touches to make this look a chef's kiss, okay? So we're gonna go back in with our little ratchet palette, okay? And I'm going to use a Spotlight fan brush. This one's by Real Techniques. And I'm just gonna swirl it into the pink color that we did on our lid. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply it onto the high points of my cheekbone. Do y'all see that? Oh my gosh. Now this is how we married the blush and the eyes together even more. And you can be as heavy-handed as you'd like with this. Personally, I love a very beautiful pink blown out glowy cheek. So to me, you can never have too much. And I'm just applying this. This brush also does the work for you. So I'm just kind of lightly fanning it, per the name, across my cheek and up into my eye area. Because I want this, oh, Fran, do you see this? Oh my gosh, like, it's so beautiful. It's little details like this that make me feel so inspired and just so happy about makeup and just confident and just like, wow, like, sis, you're killing that. Like, girl, you're doing that, okay, honey? Like, and because you don't have to be super neat with this, you know what I mean? It's just so good. And I'm just packing it on. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna go in now. I'm gonna envelop even more, y'all, because I'm feeling it. Do you see how this combination right here with the eye and then the lid going upward and the cheek going, like, I cannot take myself right now. I can't take it. I'm gonna go in with the NARS Orgasm Loose Highlighter. And this one is another one of those that is just like that pretty shimmery. This one's more of a peachy pink though. And I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this. Like, the cheek looks wet. You don't need a whole lot of this, okay? Just a little bit. Boom. And then I'm gonna go in one more time. I know. You're probably like, girl, like, how much are you gonna put on? A whole lot. So I'm gonna go in now again with the NARS palette, and you know what color I'm going for right here. Using the same exact brush. I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna just press it right on, because this gives it more of like that purpley pink look. So good. Yeah, I feel like a doll. I'm sorry, I keep looking at the monitor because you ate that, sis. Like, you really ate that. I'm gonna go in with another little detail brush similar to, actually, you know what, I'll just use the same one that I had earlier. Where is it? The one by Boss Brushes. Same little detail brush. I'm going in again with this pink color by NARS. And I'm just about to hit my eye with it one more time. Insane. Like, who is she? I'm so sorry. This is how you take a look and interpret it for you. This is how you make magic, like magic. This is magic, okay? This is magic. I'm utterly and completely obsessed, okay? Obsessed. Like, I can't even with myself right now. I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop reacting so much. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I'm gonna move into the lips. So the lip for this look has a brown, nudie brown liner. So you know I'm gonna go in with my go-to, which is Cork liner. Oh gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. Like, I can barely contain myself. Like, this looks so freaking good. I'm obsessed. I love it. Y'all know I do like to slightly overline my lips, so my husband does not understand why I do this. And I'm like, honey, the reason I overline my lips is because I can. It's because I can. Who's gonna stop me? Who's gonna stop me, huh? Who's gonna stop me? I dare somebody to stop me, okay? From overlining my lip. We're overlining our lips forever, okay? So, una más. Let me grab my lip color. For our lipstick, we're going to use MAC's Honey Love. This lip combo, the Cork lip liner and the Honey Love MAC lipstick it's my go-to nude lip combo, okay? Sometimes I wear it alone with just lipstick. Sometimes I wear it with gloss. Today, I'm gonna put a little bit of gloss, obviously, because our look calls for gloss. Now, once again, this is all related to how you want your nude lip to look. I prefer nude lips that aren't as pink, but just have like a hint of it. So I'm just gonna go in with, oh my God, that's so pretty. This is actually like the perfect shade for what I'm trying to do. I'm obsessed. Yes, I'm obsessed. And then we're gonna go in with a little bit of gloss. This one's by Sephora in the shade Sleek. Just a pretty soft pink nude gloss on top. I cannot come to the phone right now because I am too busy slaying. Too busy. I'm so sorry, I'm too busy. Please leave a message after the tone and someone will be sure to get right back to you at their earliest convenience. So I'm gonna go in and kind of just contour a little bit more. Honey pie sugar plum. Yeah, y'all, I have no words. I've got no words for this look. I think it is so beautiful. I think it is so wearable. Even with all the blush and all of the jazz, this shade range of pink is just so soft that it still looks natural. Like, this would be like an amped up natural look for me. Natural glam, obviously, like not like natural with bearing on the side of no makeup, but natural on like the soft glam side. Like, you can still pull off like you look like yourself, just finer. Like, I cannot stop looking at the monitor. I can't stop. So anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Coquette inspired makeup tutorial. I had so much fun doing this, especially towards the end with adding all the highlighter and the lashes and the lip. Like, it eats for me. Let me know what you guys think about this look. Comment down below if you've tried this look or if you've been thinking about it, and let me know how you do. Like, keep me informed. Let me know if you have questions. You know, I'm always here to answer them for you guys. Also, shout out to Shannel Sorrells. Like, she is a poppin' makeup artist, and she is always creating looks that take my brain and my level of inspiration to another level. Like, I love and absolutely love her beauty work. It's so gorgeous, and her TikToks be really good and informative too. So shout out to you, Shannel. And yeah, don't forget to sign up for our email list so that you guys can stay in touch with us and get exclusive content from our Glamour and Glow page. And follow us on all socials, and I will see you next time.